Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. I want us to have a look at some remarks made by Kithure Kindiki. Every day at 3:30 a.m., I must be up so that I can start getting security briefs at 4 a.m. I can't go to bed if it's not after 10 p.m. It has not been easy on me, my wife and my children, but they are taking it in stride. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki. So Kindiki is just complaining. It appears the job is far much difficult than he had anticipated. So he's really feeling the pain. And also Kindiki, at an interview with Citizen, he was quoted as saying this. Kindiki confirmed during an interview on Citizen TV that he enjoys a cordial relationship with Matiangi, who has called him on at least 2 occasions. The Interior CS explained that on the 2 occasions, Matiangi reached out about work at the ministry and offered meaningful suggestions. He added that the former CS has some projects close to his heart which he wishes to see implemented by the current Kenya Kwanza regime. We have spoken severally on various matters, and my predecessor has certain ideas that he thinks he had initiated and would want to see the light of day, Kindiki stated. Once or twice, he has called me on national issues about what we are doing, and he has given me good suggestions. We are in communication with Matiangi, and we wish him well in his new chapter. He added, yes. In this video, as usual, I want us to dig deep into that story to understand exactly the story behind that story. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. Kithure Kindiki is complaining that he can't go to bed until after 10 p.m. Kithure Kindiki must know he is a very lucky man. Some Kenyans don't sleep, or if at all they sleep, then they just sleep for 1 or 2 hours. This is a lucky man who goes to bed around 10 p.m. Kindiki should know some Kenyans don't sleep. And from those remarks, Kithure Kindiki is confirming that things are not as they expected when they were taking over government. They were expecting that things were going to be easy for them. If Kithure Kindiki is saying that, what is William Ruto now saying? For those who have been following me in this channel, I've always maintained that William Ruto and his team were not ready to form a government. They were not ready, not prepared. And these blunders we are seeing, this government, or these blunders by this government, the blunders are not deliberate. The blunders are coming out because the government itself, William Ruto and his team, were not prepared. And that's why I always maintain here that William Ruto and his team have no clue on how to run a government. And looking at the way they are going, I'm seeing things only going to worsen for them. So William Ruto and his team are clearly not ready, were not prepared or even not fit to run the government. That's coming out very, very clearly, even from those remarks by Kithure Kindiki. And also, if you look at it from another angle, why is Kithure Kindiki talking of some phone calls from Matiangi? That Matiangi has called me twice, and he has told me that he had initiated some projects that are very close to his heart, which he would want to see, or which Matiangi would want those projects to see the light of day. Why is Kithure Kindiki saying that? I'm seeing just a continuation of a clueless government, a government that are still living in the shadow of the former regime. And I won't be wrong to say that maybe after 2 weeks or maybe after 1 month, the same Kithure Kindiki or William Ruto's government might start blaming their failures on the previous regime, that we are still implementing some projects initiated by the former regime. I'm seeing a very high possibility where in the coming days, weeks, or even months, we might find William Ruto and his government laying blame again on the previous regime, that we have not even started actually working on our projects because we are still completing the previous regime's projects. I'm seeing a team, or rather a government, that is just trying to pass blame. Always looking for people to blame. And that's exactly what the professor is trying to do here. What does this mean, or what does this all mean? It's a fact, and I don't think this is debatable. William Ruto and his team cannot deliver, will not deliver. Even after the 100 days, not 100 days, even after their 5-year term, I'm saying they shall have done nothing. The only thing that this government is very smart and very good in is propaganda and lies. They can actually create, or rather they have a way of convincing Kenyans that they are working, while in the real sense, they are not actually working. If you look at William Ruto's 100 days in power, it's a fact that any person, without taking sides, rating this government's performance in a scale of 1 to 10, the highest this government can score is maybe a 1 or a 2. In terms of service delivery, they have done poorly. That's a fact. And as they do poorly, you are hearing them chest thumping that come 2027, they will win a re-election. Look at a government performing poorly. The same time, a government chest thumping and boasting that they will win a re-election come 2027. I'm saying this is a government that is very smart in propaganda. They want Kenyans actually to lose hope that there is no way we can actually remove this government from power. Though they are very smart when it comes to playing on Kenyan psychology. That's exactly what they're doing here. In terms of delivery, this is a government that will go down in history as the worst performing government. And I'm saying that with a lot of confidence, without taking sides at all. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. And even before I stop, if you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. If you want to support us here, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number, or feel free to channel your support to the number. Those watching us outside Kenya, drop your comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Those remarks confirms Kithure Kindiki is not fit for the job. He's just surrendering. And Kenyans should not expect much from him. And those remarks also indicates or rather shows this is a government trying to still continue blaming their failures on the previous regime, that they are still implementing the projects that were started by the previous regime. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.